Da 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 da! It's rig improvement video! He took off his beanie. Did you see his hair?
It's been very...
Did you see his hair?
I got a haircut. I did.
You've upgraded your rig.
Guess what? I got a job, which means I'm like tired all the time.
Are you hearing this stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I filmed myself doing it.
See? So we have your lights. Yeah, all those lights that you put in. You have the fridge. You have the ceiling fan.
I'm gonna walk people around.
The air horn. You have the pipe that broke. Then we built Naomi, or we gave Naomi a bed, and a play space.
You should be just
and
talking.
I am.
Are you recording? Oh my gosh!
A play space for Naomi. We put in a corkboard. We hung up a curtain. I put a scripture passage panel over our doorway, and got some new cushion covers. We got a sink cover insert, cutting board, custom
actual cutting board,
butcher block.
Nice.
Man, it's been a wild.
That's why I'm tired.
I'm a little tired.
I'm a little tired. We've done nothing but work our buzzskis off since we got back. Like, non-stop, get stuff done. Between all this stuff on the rig, then going back and going out to harvest times. It's time to work. So I got a job, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it.
He had to
legitimately
clean up the mop a little bit and the bear.
Oh yeah, it was hot. We're working. And it's awesome. All we do is rig improvements, though. So.
He's been working a job and then comes home and works on rig improvements. And then goes back to his
Here's
job.
why. Because our pipe burst. Let's go back to that one. Don't worry. Colorado, it got cold enough, of course, to freeze again. And
we've had it snow twice on us since we've been back.
Like a good amount, too. Not like a
Raining
little.
a lot.
Not like a little. Like some of the wettest month is been April and May, of course, in Colorado. It's sometimes that way, but it's also a desert. Like, don't doubt it. But our rig is not leaking.
Nope.
Except from our pipes.
Yeah, snakes have fangs.
Yes.
And they're real pokey. have things either.
What do they have, Nate?
They have beets.
Very good.
That's correct.
That's very good. That's what we did homeschooling lessons this morning.
They have a nice show.
We thought originally that our gray tank had a crack in it from freezing.
Which is way bigger of a problem.
From freezing from the snow. And we were like, oh my gosh. But then we're like, why is
water...
it leaking out the other side of the rig?
And we realized my father-in-law and I had to saw our way through our pipes with paracord. So anybody out there
Try to figure that one out.
knows how to do that, let me just say, it works. It actually works. So you can take your paracord, your 550 cord, it's a nylon cord. You take out the guts of it, and it's kind of like the thinner 50-pound test cord. Well, you can wrap that around your pipe, PVC pipe, if it's in a weird, hokey, like this kind of one of these like murderous angles. And you loop it around it, and you sawtooth that thing back and forth like this.
Those teeth.
You floss, yeah. So this one where I was at, I had to do this. Like literally this.
Pipe.
You know, through my pipe. It took a little longer than I want to say and admit publicly how long it took for me to do that, but it worked. Then we had to rebuild a whole new joint for that, and then it kind of broke again a couple days later. When it snowed again, that was a bummer. So I fixed the whole thing. That was great. Then it didn't because it broke, and then I fixed the whole thing again because that's plumbing and
The fridge was a kind of a miracle, you guys.
No, the fridge was a total like murder in your neck kind of feeling at first.
A miracle.
You know, because it was all the good fish. And I love that fish. I wanted to eat it over months, not days. I'm just selfish like that. I like to savor it. The fridge dies in the desert, so we go and pay at an RV park to try to hook up so I can try to troubleshoot all the potentials on this fridge. I was able to determine exactly what was wrong with it.
YouTube
There's
helps
these
a lot.
awesome mobile, there's
Vlogs.
these awesome little mobile vlogs out there for any of you who do this stuff that you can Google. Like IRV has a lot of times your make and model RV or different RVs have forums, and there's like RV mechanics online that will chat with you and they'll answer your exact question for somebody else, and it's right there. So thankfully I was able to diagnose our fridge as
we use that for the generator too.
Same thing for the generator, and it's a really helpful service.
Things.
You pay, sometimes you'll pay like $30 to talk to a mechanic and like text or phone call. It's so worth it because they'll generally then be able to say, yeah, okay, that it's for sure this problem. So my cooling unit had gone bad because
this belly's getting big, you guys. Oh,
here.
I'm getting uncomfortable. I'll set it up there.
Anyways, getting quotes for things like $1,400, $1,500, like $1,800, like stupid amounts of money. I was like, this is crazy. Like, so I'm going to wait till we get back to Colorado to try to totally fix this thing myself or hire somebody there. So I called up into Colorado and to a place up in Brighton, and the mechanic up there was so unbelievably helpful because he ended up telling me kind of a trick that he has used or a lot of people can use to clear cooling units. And he said, just uninstall the entire fridge, pull it out, turn it upside down for 3 to 4 minutes, and reverse it, and put it back in and hook everything back up. Everything else in my fridge was working great.
It's called burping the fridge.
They'll call it burping the fridge. And what can happen is the fluid will actually come on down, and it straight up works. So my father-in-law ripped this thing open, dipped it over, sewed it back up there, and it is working awesome. Man, check me out, baby. I fixed your fridge, honey. Like, I'm feeling like a man. So onward I went to the next project. We realized as it got hotter, we needed this second fan in our bedroom so it could suck out.
We just had an air vent. It would just open up.
No fan whatsoever.
Nope.
It's getting hot at times. And man, does that thing pull air out of there, and it could like vent out our entire house. So got up on that roof, and my father-in-law and I were able to cut that thing out of there, the old one, and install this new one, and it fit beautifully. It's like having attic fans in your house. It's so much more efficient than using your air conditioner
ceiling fans,
or ceiling fans even.
Super helpful.
It's really nice. You can blow air in or
now
out.
We have
and you can,
two.
Now we have two.
What?
So we can do like our whole rig, which is awesome.
We can suck air in through one and out through the other.
So then I felt like absolutely motivated by that. So then I removed my skylight and replaced my skylight too, because I had a brand new one that was beautiful and tinted and gorgeous, and bam.
For the shower.
For free!
Because you
So
would
all
look
these
up
now,
when you were showering, and it was all hazy.
You know, like plastic after a while turns to like the poison that it is.
It was just a haze.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look bad. It just was a haze.
It just reverts to
but
that
we had a
state.
brand new one under the rig, so might as well
I didn't
throw
even know
it
it.
up there.
I didn't even know it this whole time.
So now I can look up when I'm showering and see tree branches and leaves and
You like
the
see things.
clouds, and it's beautiful.
It's like a skylight, you know that actual thing. Now we have one. So let's get you up on the last other thing I did. On our way out of California, shh, don't tease. On our way out of California, some not so awesome stuff went down. But I'm leaving this Target, and there's this this group of like teenage kids, and they're all standing on the corner. Yeah, now she remembers. And they're definitely like there as a group, like on a field trip from like very obviously a special needs class. And they all start doing like honk your horn, like, you know, like, yeah, like, which is awesome because I have the most ridiculously loud horn.
And it's awesome.
I have a very intense air horn. Like, hey, some of you out there know about the air horn game. I got some air horn game. I'm like, you got it. I'm a rock. I've had like 4 people for 10,000 miles do this. So I'm like, yes. And the children are like frantically like, see us. And I'm like, no. Needless to say,
Dream crusher.
I crushed their dreams. My air horn broke.
Can I tell you
Which
something?
doesn't seem like the worst thing, but it's like I drove thousands of miles over those next day and a half, and I needed my horn a few times.
He will wave like, "Hi, fellow RVer. Give me the happy hi."
Like,
And
you
they
know,
don't-
okay, for reference, if people have Jeeps out there, they do like the Jeep wave, like
The 2-finger lift,
the guys on
The
bike,
head nod.
the guys on bikes, like
the head
put
nod.
your hand down, like with a couple fingers out. RV life, I'm like, dudes, bros, like people, my people, like check you out, like yeah, nice rig, like yeah, look, he's got a 40-footer, like
they're
look at
like-
the dually, man, rocking 3 axles, bro. Like I'm like, check you out, man. And I'm like, you know, like
It's rejected.
I've tried all kinds of different facial expressions. I don't know if there's a secret.
Different.
If there's this, I'm like, oh, maybe you just be subdued. Maybe you should be, maybe just take it down a notch. Like,
Just a little nod, wink.
compress. Like, you're in. They don't have anything.
There's
I get nothing. I get like blank
nothing.
stares. Like,
Like
it's
even
like somehow
nod.
you don't notice that I'm like,
another.
I
call,
have your
big
same
rig.
RV.
Hello.
Like, we could be friends.
That's really sad. He's so friendly,
Anyways.
and that's why it would have meant the world to him to be able to like
I wanted
give
to be
the
like,
horn to those kids.
make their day. But it took me 5 hours to get there, you know. But then it was a 5-second fix. Reconnected it and.
Was that about it?
Yeah.
For the rig updates, but
There you go.
it's been awesome. We're making this more our home, and it really does feel like our home now. It doesn't just feel like we're living in a shoebox.
That's it.
It's
Or a hallway.
totally a home to us, and we could not be happier. And I don't miss the space. I don't miss our old house one bit. And once you downsize and you make that decision for yourself, it is amazing. Because now when you go into even a 600 square foot space, you think this is a mansion. Like,
Yeah,
this is amazing. Like the hotel room when we were in the hotel
We're
room.
like,
We're like, this is
whoa.
amazing. Like this is more than I could ever want or need. Like, it's really cool because
I've walked 10 feet and haven't bumped into something.
it puts
like,
things into perspective. And,
really
you
nice.
know, and everything we brought along with us on the rig, for the most part, with exception of a few things, we have used
well.
constantly.
Well.
And have used Yeah, everything
know
has
exactly
its
what
place.
you need.
Everything has its purpose. We didn't bring along things that we're just gonna sit around for 6 to 8 months and never get touched.
On a tour.
I'm going to do an RV tour when we get settled at our new
settled. Dot.
Dot.
Give it that good old thumbs up. I don't know actually if that's super beneficial or not. If you want to, please feel free. If you really liked it,
If you
do
like
subscribe.
us, just hit
That's
like.
awesome.
Because we like you guys.
Otherwise, you keep rolling out there because we Reynolds are still rolling.